Spartans! What is your profession?
They think the machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, back breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. When I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Also feeling heavy, motor vision and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I can't go to flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Lay the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Hold the high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. It's a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sitting in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying that my knees buckle, hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side eyes, hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, then win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, put the ace in front of car. Keep the haters locked out, standing in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Close the eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, wipe the crust eye. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought the burnout meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Word didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Mac and I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me and sin while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole force when I planted the seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do it for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planting the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Drowning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping and I'm copying. Only thinking these are records that I'm popping. Burnout was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I asked the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have blinked. I can let them see me lose. My drive is bigger, be ahead, be bigger than hate. Back, better work, 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 better work. Let's get it. Okay.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone doing today? It's Sunday. It is Sunday. Where is, before this thing all dies out on me? Struggle streaming already. All right, it has been a very, very long, I don't know, for some reason, whenever there are holidays, it just feels so much longer than when it's business as usual. We're in the building. We are in the building. I'm Tico Trough. We are engineered to win. We are going to be jumping into the S3 Amazon Transcribe speech coaching app that we've been building on these past few Sundays. It's actually going really, really good. So when I had got off the stream last week, I thought the error that we got from the wasn't get some right. Before that, make sure not have experience today. No, don't do that. If you hear me, if you see me, okay, it's stuttering, not my video. The sound is a little. Let's see everything right. been it's been a busy past few days, but I got some news to go along with it. So bear with me as we clean up our act. Okay, got that there. Let me see what else we got. What else do we got? Save that. What internet am I on? Let me run me a speed test. Forgot to run the speed test before we started the show. It's also been raining yesterday and today down here. So just so many things happening at once. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Bear with me. Internet speed is good. Let's see what the upload speed is. Let's see if it's going to be a long day or it's okay. We're at 31, 30, 29. It's okay. It'll be decent. We're going to survive. We are going to survive. Today. Let me drop in the chat. Let's go over here and we are going to do I don't think, what's up, Junior? How's it going? I don't think it was the service. I think it was the recording software and how much stuff I had opened up on the computer. I am getting my life together right now, making sure that everything is up and running properly. Okay, cool. I can see that I am moving without any buffering and stuff like that. So looks like we're okay. It looks like we're okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Do you hear the sound bite okay? Let me know. I think we're good though. I think we're good. We're going to make it through. All right. Let me just do one more speed test just for good measures. Ooh. Now it's acting funny. I don't know. Now my download is going kind of slow, but the upload is going good. So we should be good. Let's figure it out. We will figure it out. But before we do any of that, I want to welcome you into the show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to have an awesome show today. Sorry for the technical difficulties, for the lateness. I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that I've been working on since Thursday, because it's been super duper busy, super duper productive as well. So I'm always in for productivity. Let's jump into the show. All right. So first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. What in the world? Thank you to all of the subscribers to the channel. Junior says, I can hear you and soundbite well, and I can see you clearly. That's what I'm talking. Thank you so much. All right. So first and foremost, just gotta say a big thank you to all of the channel subscribers who are getting value, who allow me to share what I'm learning, what I'm doing, my mindset, my concepts, all of that good stuff. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, working so hard day in and day out, allowing me to add value into your lives. My mind is out here. I appreciate you. Shout out to my tech barbarians, those who joined the Vibe Code and Chill, those who watch it on replay, those who joined me on the Scrum Night, all my tech barbarians, those I work with one-on-one, who are working so hard to level up, to get the right mindset, to win. At the end of the day, it is all about finding ways to win, because we are the very best.
We the best.
And shout out to my YouTube channel members who allow me to take this channel and push it across the world, making it available to billions of people. And, you know, if we just touch one person, two people, a group of people, letting them know that it is possible to do whatever you set your mind to. And as you have seen on this channel, everything that we do, everything that we have done, it came from a spark, from a thought, from a concept. And then we spoke about this in Vibe Coding Show yesterday, but Junior was sharing with me based on a question he asked on Thursday, I think it was. No, it might have been Tuesday, about restoring an MP4. And he was sharing with us how he was able to go through the process of restoring his corrupt MP4 file. And, you know, so the way that we work together, the way that we push each other, making this content available for so many different people, we just got to go out there and get it.
Let's get it.
All right. Quick announcements. Tomorrow we have our candid conversations at noon Eastern time. We're going to be talking about common sense. Is common sense common? And should quote unquote common sense be common? I'm going to be talking about that from different things that I've seen, different conversations, different arguments, different expectations about what we thought was common sense from not only culture to culture, country to country, but it could be from park to park. It could be a park here and then a park a block down the street. They have two different ideas of how the rules are and common sense. So we're going to be discussing common sense and the way that I think we should approach common sense. So that's going to be tomorrow. Tuesday night, we're going to be going live, continuing writing our test for the time cost calculator. Wednesday, we have software explorations, concept and overviews. We're going to be talking about a job role pivoting, what we are normally accustomed to. Jobs are changing, so we have to change as well. We're going to be talking about AI agent engineer. And then Friday, we're going to be talking about Suno Music settling with or reaching a deal with Warner Music Group. It's happening. We're going to be talking about that on Friday, all right? But though that is everything. Those are my announcements. We're going to get to work. I'm going to check the chat and then I'm going to actually, because I need to slow down my mind. I'm going to use the coaching portal. I'm going to use the coaching portal and I am going to do my weekly navigator because it's going to be a really, really busy week. December is coming. End of the year, things are happening. So I'm going to use my weekly navigator with you so I can make sure that my week is properly planned. All right. So let me check the chat first and then we will jump into that. Right. So Junior says, is that your service? I think it was my system. I had too much happening on it, so I had to shut some things down. Also, Junior had said, which I didn't get captured. He said, "What's up? What's up? What's up, family?" What's up, Junior? How you doing? Hopefully, everything is going well with you. Let me see. Junior says, "I can hear you, and the sound bite well. I can see you clearly. Thank you so much." He says, busy is the way to be.
Let's get it.
Exactly. All right. Let me do this. Slow down real quick. Let's go through our weekly navigator. I'm gonna go to thrive.techwithdev, and we are going to go over. Oh my goodness, my thing isn't working. Whatever, it'll be fine today. Actually, no. Let's do transition override. Sorry, my OBS is a little weird because I have been installing my plugin on it, which my plugin is actually working. But let's see if I go here and I go here. All right, there we go. And I was working on getting it to work for Windows machines, and probably my mind is all over the place right now because I have been working on Windows for the past day and a half, and I hate it. I've been working on a Mac since so I was working on a Mac in 2016 to 2019. Then I went back to Windows. Then in 2022, I went back to Mac. So I rarely use a Windows machine. So me trying to use the mouse on it and use the keyboard commands, it's been a nightmare. Right. But I got it working. I tested it out on OBS and it's there. I'm going to give more details on it on Thursday as we get back to the OBS plugin, and I will make the plugin available as well. I'm going to send it over to a couple of people to test it out for me to make sure that it's working. And then I'm going to make it available to all of you guys, right? Especially for those who are recording content, streaming and stuff like that, and you want a nice, clean way to share YouTube videos. I demoed it a little bit yesterday in the Vibe Code and Chill, and it is working absolutely fantastic. All right. So, but that is for Thursday this week. All right. So I'm going to jump into setting up my weekly navigator. I haven't used this in a while, and it's Sunday, so my goal is to use this on Sundays. I also was showing inside of the Vibe Code and Chill yesterday how I am making this available, like the coaching portal, self-coaching portal, available for my Patreon members. I already set it up, but I haven't been able to test it out yet. But if you take a look at over here, there is a sign in with Patreon button that I have to get working all the way. But if you're a Patreon member, the goal is the OAuth to work, where by you being a Patreon member, you can automatically sign into, or you should be able to sign into this and use all the features that are available for it, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be adding more ways to sign in with like Google, LinkedIn, Apple, stuff like that. But early access would be for my Patreon members. So I need to test it out, but it's available. It is available. All right. So I'm going to log in here, and I am going to do my weekly navigation because I need to get my life together. I need to get my mind right. All right. So welcome to your weekly navigator. This routine is based on the 1 in 60 rule. I haven't used this in a while, so hopefully it still works. All right, 1 degree deviation can cause a plane to miss its target by 1 mile for every 60 miles flown. These questions are your weekly course correction. All right, let's see. All right, so happiness check-in. I would say I'm about a 7 happy because I have been going down this rabbit hole, which I like rabbit holes, but it takes you off course of the things that you must get done. So I am not as happy as I could be because I am a little backed up on work that I need to get that are must-dos, because I've been focusing on, I've been encapsulated by a very, very, very nice to have almost must do, right? Which is the OBS YouTube plugin. All right, so let's say I can't choose the 7, so I'll go with a 6. I will go with a 6. Let's go with the 6. Aspiration goals. What would I do if I knew for sure it wouldn't fail? What I do for sure? I always get stuck on this question because I don't think there is anything that I worry about failure, because for me, failure is just an attempt. So what would I do if I knew for sure it wouldn't fail? I would say, you know what I would say? I would just build my own software and tools all day long. That's what I would do. I would just build like my own applications out if I knew for sure that it wouldn't fail. Passion and purpose. What would I do even if I knew that it was going to fail? Basically what I'm doing now. I would stream and record the learning process that I go through and share it with people one-on-one, which is what I do now. And do I know if it's going to be successful or not? I don't know, but it is something that I enjoy doing, that it forces me to come back to the table, share what I'm working on, share my learning experiences, and be able to communicate and share. Like, my communication skills have gotten so much better since I first started on creating content, so everything is working together for the greater good. The should audit. What am I doing right now because I think I should do it? What am I doing right now because I think that I should do it? I think that, which I might have to reevaluate that, but let's say the premiering or recording / premiering the Monday, Wednesday, Friday content. So I think I should do it, but I'm always wondering, like, should I change that up? Impact and contribution. What have I done to build the world I wish existed? I make a lot of content on how you should approach learning, experimenting and having the right mindset in the tech space. Whose opinion steered my course this week? Whose opinion steered my course this week? I don't know. I don't know whose opinion steered my course this week. Did I listen to any opinions this week? I don't know. I'm gonna go with let's go with the favorite. Let's go with Anton Daniels. Gave some good insight this week. Let's go with that one. I don't know. All right, keystone action. What's one thing I need to accomplish next week to move closer to, which I guess would be this week, to move closer to my goals? Remember, aligning your weekly mission with your long-term vision is the fastest path to meaningful results. No active long-term goals. Oh, wonder why that is. So this is supposed to give you your active. Maybe I think in testing I completed them all, but here should have a list like long-term goals to choose from. So one thing, all right. So the past few weeks I have not been as consistent as I should be on my fasting. So I am going to say that so better health this week. Sleep by 11:30 p.m. Let's go like that. We're gonna do sleep by 11:30 p.m. and I'm just putting some key things. Wake up at 5:30 a.m. for workout, sprints, weights, etc. Sauna and fasting 72 hours and 48 hours. That's my goal for this week. Set this as my weekly keystone goal. It would be weekly? I don't know. Is the word weekly correct? All right, so we're gonna do next. Joy and fulfillment. Last week, how often did I do things I actively? I think I do. I think I always do things that I actively enjoy. And here's the reason. Well, no, I take that back. There are some things that I don't enjoy but you just have to do it. And even if you try to enjoy it, it's not going to happen. But I think 99% of the things that I do, it's because I enjoy it. There are some things that people put in place that it is absolutely ridiculous and don't make any sense, but you have to do it anyways because that's part of the game. But for the most part, I say a lot, right? So we're going to do next. And we have the summary, complete the navigation. and we are good. So our keystone goal is going to be better health for this week, sleep by 11:30 p.m., wake up at 5:30 a.m. for workouts, and fasting 72 hours and 48. I will do, well, let's do this real quick. Let's say add a daily goal, live stream. I have to make the width of this window, of this modal go wider, because it's like, there's no point of it of being so thin. It should be responsive. Live stream, building the speech coaching app. We don't have any, it does have long-term goals. That's weird. Let's leave it at that. Let's say, gotta fix a bunch of things in here. That's going to be start at 3 p.m. and at, let's say, 5:15 p.m. And we could say this one should get like 150 points. Say recurring on Sundays. Add goal. Cool. So I'll organize the rest of the stuff later. Should be under business actually. Let's put that under. We'll leave it at that. All right. So we got that set up. Anything else? We can add some more daily goals later. But that is it. So that is the key part of the coaching app, right? That is like the engine, the driving engine. Setting up your goals, setting up your weekly navigator and making it connected to your goals, and then setting up your daily goals as well. And then you integrate that with the reward system so that you can pay yourself for doing your job, right? The same way that we work for a company, or we have our own business and we do work for people and they compensate us, we need to compensate ourselves too. We need to pay ourselves first. So if you have all these things that you're supposed to do, because they always say you shouldn't get paid for being an adult. Okay. Or you shouldn't get credit for being an adult. Fair. Maybe the next person doesn't have to give you credit, but you can give yourself credit. You can give yourself a pat on the back, say, good job. Let's keep going. Build that motivation. All right. So set up your rewards, set up your long-term goals, have your weekly goals, your weekly focus, align with your long-term goals, and then have your daily goals align with your weekly goals and your long-term goals, right? That is the thing behind, like that is the driving force behind my Barbarians coaching portal. All right. So, sweet. So I feel better. I feel that my mind has calmed down a little bit and that I can focus, I can think, and we're good. We're good. All right. Let me check the chat one more time. And then I want to get to work. We're going to get to work. I'm going to check the chat. We're going to get to work. And I think going through the portal, that was our icebreaker for today. Okay. Junior says, time to get a more powerful computer. What? I don't know. This computer is really, really powerful. I don't know if I can get a more, I could get a more powerful computer, but I think it was just me. I think I just had too many things running at the same time. So it's on me. It is on me. All right. We are going to jump into getting to work. Like I said, the S3 upload worked, right? Okay. So I'm going to log into AWS. I'm going to put 20 minutes on the clock. And let me get my phone. I was doing this right before I came on camera, but we need to all right, we're in. So I got my Docker running. I'm inside of AWS, and we are going to also open up Android Studio, getting all of our environment in place. And let me see. I was also moving some files over and let's go to all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our first 20 minutes on the clock.
It's time to
Okay, so last week we were able to get our app running inside, or the app is running. We got it to upload to S3. So we added a logic that says if it is like, should we upload to S3 or should we upload to Amazon S3 or should we upload to Supabase S3? Because being that we're running on a local Supabase, Amazon Transcribe can't find it. So we said, all right, you know what? We're gonna upload to Amazon, like the AWS S3. And we were able to get some progress. So what we have here is the failed status of the transcription. So we had an error message in our Android Studio last week, but it wasn't because of the application wasn't working. It was because right here. The input media file length is too small. Minimum audio duration is 0.5 seconds. Check the length of your file and try again. So I don't know what the exact length of our file was, but that's basically why it failed. So what we are going to do is we're going to record again. We're going to make it longer and see what happens. And then I was saying this on Vibe Coding Show yesterday. I said, now that we know that, we need to add a minimum length of recording inside the app so that it can make sure that when it's uploading to Amazon Transcribe, it's long enough. Okay. So we are going to switch over to this screen, and my goodness, my transitions are not moving the way that they should. Let's go to okay, so we are going to start up the app. So let's turn on a device. We're going to use a Pixel 8. We're going to, so we got the Pixel 8 running. We are going to say, start it on a Pixel 8. Run it. All right, so the app is running. Something that we're going to need to do is for this landing page, for it to pull up our actual sessions and not just dummy data. So based on how it goes today, we might get to that. But the most important thing is to make sure that we are actually getting our transcription up there, okay? Or getting the right audio and it's being able to process it. So let's record another one. Thank you for tuning in to this YouTube video where we are building our speech coaching app, where we're currently recording audio right now. It is going to upload to a Amazon AWS S3 bucket. Then Amazon Transcribe is going to get that audio file and analyze it to be returned to us, and then we're going to use AI to process how many times we're using filler words, how many times we're saying and you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff, right? So we're building. Am I even recording? I don't even know if I'm recording. Hold on. I wasn't even recording. Thank you for tuning into this video. We are recording a test audio file to make sure that it's going to be uploaded to AWS S3, and Amazon Transcribe is going to capture it and analyze it so that we can use AI to see is this actually working or not. All right, so let's go ahead and stop this. All right, so that's stopped. Now we're going to click on analyze. Oh crap, I forgot. I had deleted the AWS keys. Let's go ahead and set that up again. So because I keep exposing my AWS keys, I need to keep creating new ones over and over again. For the purpose of this, of developing, right? I can always create, delete. But once we're ready to move this to the next step, we're going to have to set it up better. We're gonna have to set it up better. So, and maybe it'll be in in the Supabase environment variables and files. So, but for now, we're just going to YOLO it. All right. So go here. Go here, and I'll just delete it after the show again. Let's go here, and there's another environment variable. Let's go here. Oops. Let's go here. Let's go here. And we can, let me see if I do analyze. All right, so let's stop it. We're gonna run it again, and I have to record again because I didn't have the proper keys in place. I don't know if I need to. I might have to actually stop and start Supabase again. So let's just do a quick recording, testing to make sure that the AWS keys were entered, or do we need to stop and start Supabase over again? So let's find out. Let's analyze. We are good. We're good, but we have a 503 error. Did we get that 503 error? All right, so it says is true. Error during transcription process. Temporary unavailable. All right, so I remember that was the error that we got last time. So let's go ahead and see. What gives? So only one of them is making it there. Let's also check our 127. Let's also check our upload it to S3. Maybe it is that temporarily unavailable. Error during the transcription process. Where could we? Oh, okay, I know where to go. So let's go ahead and check our logs. Let's see, where will we find these logs? So if we go to and it's over here, and we do Docker PS, we would want to take a look at I think it was this one we looked at last time. All right, so let's do Docker logs -f -t 200 Docker logs help. We need -t. Oh, -t is for timestamp. So it's -n to. All right, so -f to follow -n. Let's go at 200. Okay, so replica region not found. What? So if we were to do, click analyze again. Maybe, I wonder if I'm using the right one then. Hold on. Docker. Yes. And we have Supabase Studio, Metaspeak, storage, REST. Maybe it's probably this one. Let's go to, yeah, I think it's this one. All right, so what is the, I'm not getting any logs. Let's go to, so let me go and check our Gemini prompt from last week, because I'm trying to remember if we had to change the permissions. So let's say transcribe. It's not there. I thought we had to change the permission somewhere. November 9th. That was, yeah, November 19th. No, it's not it. Okay. So let's go to, what was this one? So however, the transcribe failed, failure reason. All right, so I'm gonna do a new task. Because I remember we saw this error last week, but I don't know why we're getting it now. It might be a permission issue. Let's go, you know, before we even do that, let's go ahead and restart Supabase. Let's go with here, and we're gonna say npx stop Supabase, npx start Supabase. Hopefully it doesn't have a whole new thing that I found that we need to download everything and stop. Yes. Please down. What? NPM. The stop command was not as. What are you talking about? Please downgrade it. What? So is it running or not? What is going on here? I mean, and this is the thing, like there will be changes that are made and it'll like ruin a bunch of stuff without even knowing it. Let's see here. All right, so let's go. Let me just go with what I was gonna do. I'm gonna do a new task. Let's go with, okay, so we're gonna go with debug, and I'm going to say, I'm trying to record. I'm trying to have a file get to transcription, but I'm getting this error now. Let's go with that. I wonder if I can see inside of Supabase as well. No, it's not in Supabase because, yeah, it's not even in Supabase, so it shouldn't even matter. Have our region here. Oh, wait a second. I think I see another thing. So here would also be a problem. This needs to get the latest one too. Or it does have the latest. Wait. Here has to get the latest one too. I have the keys in too many spots, I believe. Let's go to... But why can I not stop my Supabase too? Okay, that worked. And then npx Supabase start. Okay. All right, so that's running. And let me see if I do analyze. Okay, that might have been it. Probably have to restart Supabase, and then so that's what it was. We have to restart Supabase. Once we restarted Supabase, it got the new keys that we had, and now it's not filling automatically, so it is going towards right now the transcription process should be working. I don't even know if it was long enough though. So let's go back over to there we go. Look at that. So now it was in process for a second, and now it failed. Let's see why it failed. It failed because it wasn't long enough. All right, fair enough. So now we can actually record one that is long enough and go from there. So let me go ahead and Let me close this up. I'm gonna ask it too, like, what's like, which env files do we need, which ones we don't need. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here and we're gonna do our double screen. We're gonna do our double screen, right? And that way, as like after I finish recording and I click analyze, we should see it pop up right away. Okay, so let's go to, let me restart the app. And let's go to start new session.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I was this close to start. All right, we'll do it after break so we can see it live. All right, we will do it after. I was this close. I was this close. We'll do it after break, and then we will see we'll see it live to make sure that we record long enough and make sure that it's able to to accurately process it. All right, and then we'll get to the next step. But we are at break time. Let me see if there's nothing in the chat from what I can see. Let me see something else. Cool. All right, we're going to jump into our first break time topic. What is our first break time topic for today? Well, guess what? Guess what happened? Somebody did this. Somebody quit their $250,000 a year job thinking it would be easy to find another one. Yes, that is what they did. All right, let's jump into it. So this article is brought to us by Business Insider, and I'm curious. I haven't read it. Most of the times I haven't read any of these articles because I want to react to it and give my raw thoughts on it. So since I quit a $250,000 job thinking it would be easy to find another one after a year of unemployment, I wish I could go back and shake myself. Right? So this article was told to Tess Martinelli. Let's see what's going on here. So after quitting a $250,000 HR, I had no idea that HR jobs paid $250,000. That is mind-blowing, mind-boggling to me. I did not know they paid that much. I think I went into the wrong field, right? But, and I guess this is the person who's sharing the story, Jess Tuveroon, is coming up on a year of unemployment. Time away from work helped her become a more present mother and rethink her relationship with money. Okay. I personally would not want to be away from work to rethink my relationship with money. I would rather be at work and rethink my relationship with money in the process, especially while making $250K per year. But to be a more present mother, I'm with that, right? She is now seeking a job that aligns with her values and promotes a healthy work-life balance. I'm going to tell you right now. 9 out of 10 times, a job that's paying you $250,000 a year is not going to promote a healthy work-life balance, whatever the hell that is anyways, right? Because if they're paying you the big bucks, they're going to expect big results from you, okay? I'm just saying. I am just saying. This is a as told to essay. This as told to essay is based on a conversation with Jesse Tuveroon, a 39-year-old former HR executive based in Vancouver, Washington. It's been edited for length and clarity. Thank God, all right? It says, when I quit my $250,000 corporate HR job last year, I thought finding another job would be no big deal. I was out of touch with the reality of the job market.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
I could have told you that last year. Especially like, Anyways, I hadn't applied to a job in the traditional way in over a decade because I had always been recruited. Now that it's rounding up on a year of unemployment, I wish I could go back and shake myself. At the same time, my time away from work has finally allowed me to be a present mother and confront my strained relationship with money. I'm absolutely ready to go back to work, but I plan to make a few changes. So, what are those changes that you plan to make, Jesse? I know it was time to leave when my values no longer align with the company's. What were your values as well? What were your values, Jesse? I identified early on in my career that I was good at work and I let productivity and achievement become my identity. Okay? All right, so here's another question. Can you have a work identity, a home identity, a friend identity? So when you're at work, because they're paying you to be productive and achieve things, that your identity would be productivity and achievement. When you're at home, it's being a wonderful mother and or maybe a wife. I'm not sure if Jesse's married or not. When you're in your friend group, to be a supportive friend, not a leecher, not a moocher, right? There were many times throughout my decade-long career in HR when I tried to take a step back and be less intense, but I think I had an addiction to the dopamine that came from the stress. Okay. When my daughter was born, my husband became her main caregiver, and I became the sole provider for our family. In 2023, I was promoted to director of people experience at a dental company. I loved the diversity of my job responsibility, the salary, and my team, so I stayed 4 months. The straw that broke the camel's back when I was in indirect, the straw that broke the camel's back came when I was in direct opposition with my boss about something that made me realize I wasn't the right person for the job. Oh, that. What? Oh. I made a commitment to myself that I would never stay in a role where I was compromising my values. All right. I need to know, what was the compromise? What was the hardcore, this is not it, that made you have to rethink this $250,000 job, right? I'm curious. I'm curious. I didn't wake up that day thinking I was going to quit, but something about that day made me feel like I couldn't take it anymore. So that sounds like I feel like that's something when I'm vibe coding, right? After I quit, I took a break that backfired. It backfired. Oh my God. But I don't have any regrets. I don't know. This article sounds like it's already full of regrets. No? What do you guys think? Does Jesse seem regretful towards what's happening? People who have the most regrets normally say they don't have any regrets, because if you didn't have any regrets, then you wouldn't have to vocalize that you don't have any regrets. What you would be saying wouldn't sound regretful, so you don't have to say I don't have any regrets, because if you have to look back and shake yourself, then you probably regret something. Maybe staying too long, maybe not staying long enough. I don't know. As a healthcare recruiter, I saw an almost constant shortage of workers, so I thought it would be the same for the HR industry. Oh my God. That's a good one. Especially with AI now. Come on. From January to April, I applied for jobs, wrote personal cover letters, reached out to past coworkers, sent LinkedIn messages, and did everything I could to secure a new role, but it felt like all my applications went into the abyss. It was very humbling. You know what they said to Jessie? They told her, "Do not come." It happens. It happens. But I'm gonna say, I'm going to put an olive branch out, not to Jesse, but to all of the people who have applied for jobs over and over and over. They did the reaching out to recruiters on LinkedIn and they never got any response. When you try to catch these HR people and they just ignored you, they was like, who is you? Who is you? Why is you writing in my LinkedIn? Leave me alone. Now, our good friend Jesse here sees how everybody else feels when they are ghosted by the hiring managers, by the recruiters, by HR. They hear nothing. They thought it was promising and they hear absolutely nothing. So it happens. It says, I don't have any regrets and feel that everything worked out as it should. But wait. I am so lost. It's been a year since you had a job. You left a $250,000 job, and now you don't have a job. You're looking for a job, but everything worked out as it should. Maybe you got a job. I don't know. But I wish I had looked at the job market in my field and started applying sooner. So, am I off here? This line right here. All right, I don't have any regrets and feel that everything worked out as it should, right? And it is my belief that anytime, like whenever the word but or however comes in, right? You are negating what you just said over here. I love your hair, but I love your cooking, but. So I love your cooking, but it has a little bit too much salt, or it doesn't have enough salt. That means you don't really love it, because if you loved it, then it would have been just right. But I wish I had looked at the job market in my field and started applying sooner. Well, here's another deal. If you had looked at the job market in your field and you applied sooner, and it's been a whole entire year and you've been applying, and you still haven't got any leads, any jobs, does applying sooner, would it have made any difference? Because you might have still not got any takers, right? Quitting made me realize I hadn't been a present mother. I mean, controversial take here. If you are the sole provider for your family, and your husband is the primary caregiver for your daughter, or I think you said you had a daughter, right? There's gonna be some gives and takes. You're not gonna be it is impossible. I'm gonna say right now, it is impossible to be the sole provider and to be a quote unquote always present. I'm adding the word always, right? But I don't know. I used to think that I was the most present mother I could be. All right, I'm going to tell you right now. Well, there goes the problem. You used to think that you were the most present. No, to be the most present parent, mother, father, whatever, that means you have to be always available 24/7, because there's going to be parents who are always there for they're always there, always available. But if you're going to be if you're going to be making $250,000 a year job, I don't see a way possible that you're going to be a most present mother, when there are mothers who do not work and their sole dedication is to taking care of their kids. Right? I'll stop working at 5 and put on a smile to play with my daughter, but I was still mentally going through everything I had done that day. I was available, but I wasn't present. That is life. I mean, that is called life. All right. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It's called life. Since quitting, I'm finally able to give my 6-year-old daughter what she needs, me fully immersed in her world, playing, being silly, and not just physically being next to her. Kids are intuitive, and I feel like she's noticed the difference. I'll tell you this. Here's what I do with my kid. I'll be there next to him, working and stuff like that, and I teach him, all right? And now he'll tell me this. When I have to go to the office to work, I want to go to the office too. I want to go to work too. The other day, I had him record his first video. Because she's right, kids are intuitive. But guess what? Have them, I mean, you have to be a good model, but have them model you. Now he's getting the idea of, okay, when we're going to the office, that's to work. When we're doing this, putting in purpose into your kids early, so it's not just fun and games all the time. There's a time for fun, but there's also time to work. And for me, there's more time to work than there's time for fun. So you want to hang out with me? Well, we're gonna work together. We're gonna work together. I'm gonna be doing something over here. You're gonna be doing something over there, and then now we're gonna evaluate each other's work. That's how I see it. That is how I see it. I've learned to stop using money to deal with stress. When I was earning $250,000 salary, I'd cope with a stressful day by ordering something from Amazon. By buying myself a little treat or doing a Target run, I'd justify it by saying, it's just a sweater from Target. It's not a designer purse. I mean, okay. All right. So, but here's the opposite side. Do you have a different type of stress now because you don't have the money anymore? You don't have the responsibility. You're not working as hard as you were. I didn't realize that I was using money to distract myself from stress. Now that I don't have access to disposable income, I've had to find another way to deal with stress. Fair enough. I got into coloring, painting, and even doing my own nail art. I'm not overly artistic or talented in any of these things, but they're cathartic and allow me to the satisfaction of seeing something through the completion without pressure. So you have more time on your hands, so you're able to you have more time, less money, so you're able to do things that don't cost as much money to deal with stress. Welcome to the real world, I guess. I don't know. I've also built a community of friends over this time. I go walking some mornings with a neighbor who has kids in the same school as mine. It's good for physical health, mental health, and connection. My time always helped me realize my time away helped me realize I'm so much more than how productive I am in a day and how much I can contribute to a company. Okay. However, I'm ready to work again, but I have boundaries. Okay? Although it's nice and relaxing to stay home and color, I miss working. I miss feeling productive, like I've accomplished something that is tangible and in the service of others. I also miss the daily social connection that I had at work.
Bruh.
This sounds regretful. It sounds regretful. It sounds mixed, right? Because I kind of get the sense that, all right, so what you've been doing is quote unquote unproductive. Can somebody define productivity? Like, I don't know. I'm ready to work again and need to work again to provide for my family, but I guess I've become disenchanted with corporate America. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't want to go back to an office from 9 to 5 or have to send my daughter to daycare instead of spending time with her. Wait, I thought the husband was the caregiver. Did I miss something? I thought the husband was the caregiver. So why does your daughter have to go to daycare if your husband is the primary caregiver of your daughter? I might have missed it. I'm not even seeking balance, just a job that won't systematically conflict with motherhood, mental health, and life. I may be idealistic, yes, but I'm no longer willing to sell my soul for work. I don't know. I think that I think that a lot of people, they want work to revolve around their life instead of the way that I've always seen things in pretty much in all aspects, right? What you won't do, someone else will do. So if you are trying to like bend a company, especially when you're the one who isn't working and you need to provide for your family, and you're trying to say, well, here are my conditions to work for you. Like, okay, well, I can just find somebody else who doesn't have all those conditions and criteria. So I understand the wants, right? But what's realistic? And for me, it's always been go out there and get it. Build my team, put the people in the right places that are going to help and be supportive. But I got to go out there and get it. I have to go out there and get it. And it always brings me back. And it always brings me back to the book Winning, where Tim Grover, he gives an example. Like Tim Grover, he was the trainer of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, along with some other people. But he has an example in the book where he is about to go on a trip to whatever trip it was. And his daughter says, "Oh, Dad, please don't go." I think she was 6 years old at the time, like same age as Jesse's daughter. Says, "Please don't go. Why do you have to go?" And he says, "Because I need to be able to feed you and your mom and put a roof over you and your mom's head." And the daughter says to him, "Well, if I eat less or stop eating, something like that, can you stay?" And do you know what he did? His heart was broken. He had a tear in his eye because the question his daughter asked him broke his heart. And it's like, man, can I really, like, should I really go? Or should I just stay with my daughter? And, you know, because it's really heartbreaking. Well, he sat his daughter down and he said, and now I'm just like adding a little bit of drama to the story. "I know it's so hard for you to see me walk out the door. And there is no amount of less food that you can eat that's going to stop me from going and taking care of my business, all right?" And he got up and he left, and he had to go do what he had to do. And when he got back, his daughter was there, ran up and embraced him and said, "Oh, daddy, daddy, daddy," you know? But we got to do what we got to do. A lot of times, the people around us, they're not going to understand, but we have to explain it to them. And we have to make it clear, like, all right, look, I have to do this. This is what I have to do. Here are the benefits of doing it and everything like that. And you gotta go in there and take care of your business. You want to know who has no regrets? People who don't look back and talk about, "Oh, I wish I would have did this, wish I would have did that." No. People who don't say but, they don't have regrets. When you have to look back at a year and shake yourself, you're regretful. When you're like, "I left a $250,000 job," you're regretful. Are you going to find another $250,000 job? Probably not. Maybe in HR? I don't know. Anyways, that is our first break time topic for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Am I off on this one? Am I being inconsiderate, selfish, mean? Am I being mean? Let me know. But that is it for that one. Let me go back. Let's get back to work. Check the chat and then we will get to it. All right. Let's see. Junior says she definitely has regrets. Mm-hmm. And Junior says if they had the roles reversed, she was supposed to be home while the father goes to make the money. When the roles are reversed, it does not work. You know what, Junior, this is 2025. You're living in an outdated system. My goodness, Junior.
How dare you?
I love to work. I absolutely love to work. I love to work so much. I didn't even tell you guys about my past couple of days. So I'm trying to pull it up, but I ended up, so my parents, they are redoing their kitchen, right? And I had ordered all the cabinets, right? And they came, Home Depot dropped them off in boxes. I powered through between Thursday afternoon, Friday afternoon, yesterday afternoon. As soon as the vibe coding chill was over, I ran over there, finished putting them together. I have like all the cabinets are, I think we're still waiting on one more cabinet to be delivered, but everything is up. So now we're just waiting for to actually install them, right? But I took care of everything, right? And I went down a rabbit hole. I wish I could I'll talk about it more on Thursday, but I wish I could have live streamed all the work that it took to finalize the plugin. But I have it working. I showed it off a little bit on Vibe Code and Joe yesterday. I'm going to show it on Thursday, but it is working amazing. And then I was like, you know what? I want to get this plugin to work on a Windows computer too. I had to dust off my old Windows computer, get OBS installed, get all the different tools. It was a nightmare, but I got it working. And that's why I was also a little bit late, a little bit flustered, but I got it working. The bottom line is I love to work. I love to figure things out. And I think the misconception that a lot of us have is working means I'm working for a particular company and I'm working 9 to 5. No, working is what you make it. Like working for myself, working for a company. I just love to figure things out, right? So Junior says she sounds confused. She needs to be told what to do for her life to work. Don't tell me what to do. We have Videoder in the building. What's up, Videoder? Happy to have you here. Welcome. How is it going? Hopefully you're having an amazing day. Let me see. And Videoder says, say my name. Like the Destiny Child, say my name. I'm not gonna sing anymore. Shout out to you. Welcome. And Junior says, clearly there's not enough options for her to be so picky, or else she would have a job already. You're not wrong, Junior. Rod Brown, what's up, Rod Brown? Rod Brown says, what's good, everyone? What's good, Rod Brown? Happy to have you here as always, Rod Brown. I did it. I'm going to send it to you today. I'm gonna upload it to Google because I need to know if it works, because it works on my machine, but I got the executable for the OBS YouTube plugin to work. But I would need to know if it's gonna work on your computer, because on my Mac, on one of my Macs is working. I got it to install. On the other Mac, it wasn't able to install. So I need to try it out on another computer to see how that works, right? So I'm gonna send it to you. I'm going to send it to Junior. You guys let me know if it works before I make it available to everyone. Shout out to my guy, Rod Brown. And Junior says, and he left anyways because life goes on. Here it goes. Let me see. Yeah, exactly. He left. He's like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to work, right? Junior says, we need to stop listening to emotional kids. They don't understand life yet. They want to eat ice cream and cake all day after they eat dirt, right? They'll eat dirt and they're like, oh, dirt. And they'll eat paste. Did you guys ever eat paste in elementary school? I did not, but I saw kids who did eat paste, right? I'm just saying. All right, that's everything. Okay, cool. Let's jump into another segment of work.
Let's go!
All right, so the reason that we got a bunch of them. All right, so the minimum. All right, so we're we're gonna try it again. It says that it's too small. I think it was probably why. Okay, so we're gonna try it again, and we're gonna go to the split screen view, and we are going to do testing the recording of the audio for the speech app, the speech coaching app, to see if it's going to upload to S3 properly, and then if Amazon Transcribe is going to properly be able to parse it, because right now it's telling us that our audio is too short, but we need to make sure that it's longer than 0.5 seconds, which I definitely feel like it has been longer than 0.5 seconds. I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try. Let's see if this audio recording is long enough, and if it is, then we will make some fixes to the app. If not, we're gonna have to see, okay, why not? Because this should be way longer than expected. All right, so let's go ahead and stop that, and we're gonna click on Analyze. And it should be uploading to S3. Let's see if we can. All right, there goes. It's in process right now. And if it's not long enough, then maybe, something is wrong with the recording, possibly. Let's click into this. And all right, it's not there yet. It's still all right. So it's still processing. So that's a good sign. That is a good. So we can go over here now. Still processing. I wonder how long it's supposed to take. Let me refresh. That's a good sign that it's still processing. So something that we should do is, after clicking Analyze, and we confirm that it successfully got uploaded and everything like that, we should get some type of like progress thing that lets you know that it is being analyzed. Because right now, when you click on, like, after you click on Analyze, nothing happens. So we need to some type of indication that it is doing it. Let's see. Or it's still going through. Let's see. I think it's gonna work because it's taking so much longer than it did before. So it should work. All right, so what I'm going to do while that's happening, we're going to let it do its thing. I'm going to go and take a look at our documentation here. All right, let's see. Specs. So we have, so something, error analyzing recording, 504, the upstream server is timing out. What does that mean? All right, we're gonna look into that. Let me see what else we have. Or I think we need to look at implement. Let's go to tasks. Let me make this bigger for now. So we did we do a sign up page? Create a basic login and sign up. All right, I guess we do have the login page. Write unit test. I don't know if we did unit test yet, but we can probably fix the unit test. What we can do, we can dedicate Tuesday nights to unit testing night. That way we can, like, because I know they're not going to work properly, so we can fix that later on. All right, let me see. So user, all right, so let's see. All right, so practice mode is practice mode, and this right here was generated using Kilo Code and GitHub Spec Kit to define our specs. So we have write unit tests for a transcript analysis service, write a widget test, okay, implement story for implement for user story 1, create UI. So all of this has been done already. This is done. So practice mode, advanced report, update analysis service to identify user speech crutch words, polish and cross-cutting concerns, dependencies and execution. Okay. All right. So that's that. All right. Let me go. So let's go and check the transcription job. See, because I feel like it's taking a long time. All right. It failed. Why did it fail? It's still no, that can't be right. Check your length. That's weird. That is weird. Something. Let me see if I go here. I don't know if this audio file is actually gonna play it, but this is where audio file resides. And wait, it's only 44 bytes? That can't be right. That can't be right. How come? All right. How to play AAC file. You can play an AAC file using a media player that supports formats like VLC player, Apple Music, and your devices. Okay, so let's go to, I think I have VLC player. I don't have VLC player. All right, let's get VLC player. VLC player for Mac. Download VLC. Download. Because I don't think the audio is recording. Either it's not recording or it's not uploading properly, because there's no way that it could only be 0.44 bytes, right? Like there's no possible way that audio file is only 0.44 bytes. So we're going to access. I don't think it's public. Let me see permissions. Okay, I'm going to download it. So let's go ahead and install VLC player. I'm going to do it on the other screen so you can see me doing it. So let's go over here, drag that into here. Where are you? Okay, VLC. And let's say open. Sure. All right, so I have VLC open, and I am going to download the file from S3. And I am going to drag the file into here. See? It's not actually recording the audio because there's nothing in there. So let me see. Allow. Oh, okay, hold on. Allow. Let's see. See, it's a zero duration file. So the app is not actually, so the app is uploading something to S3, but it's not actually recording. So let's go ahead and start a new task. So we're gonna say the app is uploading an AAC file to S3, but the file does not have the recording. Amazon Transcribe is saying that the file has to be longer than 0.5 seconds. I downloaded the AAC file and tried to play it with a VLC player, but the file has no audio recording. Can we make sure that the audio is being recorded? Maybe we can have the ability to play back the audio after we have recorded it. And before we click analyze, and the ability to listen to it before we click analyze. So let's send that off, see what they say. So basically, I was talking about this on Vibe Code and Chill yesterday, where we have the ability like, slow progress is better than no progress, and no progress just means that you're not doing anything at all. But we were able to learn about Amazon Transcribe, able to get this to upload to S3 using a local installation of Superbase, see that Amazon Transcribe is trying to analyze the file, but now we see that, oh, it's actually not recording. So okay, now instead of being discouraged, we say, all right, cool, we're just gonna figure it out, we're gonna fix it. Simple as that. All right. All right, so it says to-do list, check the pub spec file YAML for dependencies, modify recording page to specify AAC codec and extension, add playback functionality to recording page, verify transcription service handles the file correctly. Okay. Let's see, what are you doing? So you check this pub spec file. Now it is modifying the recording page to specify AAC codec and extension, and then it's going to do the playback. All right, cool. I wish I could see the thinking that it's doing. All right, we did that. Add playback functionality. Now verify transcription service handles the, okay. Check Superbase function, speech to text. And it's like, as we go along, we find little quirks and stuff like that that we need to be able to edit and modify. But it's all part of the game, right? So I've updated the lib page recording, the recording page Dart to address the issue, fix audio recording, change the recording format to AAC using codec and the file extension to AAC. So what was it recording as before? This ensures the recording file is compatible with Amazon Transcribe and contains valid audio data. Added playback, implemented the playback feature, allowing you to listen to the recording and analyze recording before analyzing it. Added play stop. This, you can now verify the audio content before submitting for analysis. The app will now record in a format that Amazon Transcribe accepts, and you can verify the recording immediately within the app. All right, cool. So I don't think, let's go ahead and stop. And we're going to play it or start it. See if we get any errors. All right. So let's start a new session. And we're going to say testing the audio length is make sure that this is going to record a full audio and that it's going to have the right codec. We're going to be able to play it back. We're going to be able to upload it to S3, and we're going to be able to have Amazon Transcribe properly extract the necessary data from it. All right, so that's the recording. Let's stop it now and play back. Not hearing anything. I am not hearing anything. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a look at the errors that we're getting. Let me play it again. So started playing, but I'm not hearing anything, which I think I should. Has volume. And so it finished playing. I'm not, I don't know if I should be able to hear it or not. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. All right, let's copy this. And I'm going to say, I'm not sure if the audio played in the emulator or not. I wasn't able to hear anything. Let me click analyze just in case to see if it's going to get to S3. I don't know what this other error means, but I'm going to send this anyways. And now if we go to, it's already 442, geez. Okay, so no, I don't think it did it. I don't think it did it because the file is still super small. But it's possible that I have to restart. I might have to restart Superbase. I'm thinking. Let me see. I'm gonna restart Superbase after this is done. Well, this part shouldn't be on Superbase, right? Let me see. Check Superbase. All right, so I have addressed the audio playback issue, adding audio session dependency, updated the pub spec to include audio session package, configuring audio session, updated recording page to explicitly configure the audio session, set AV audio session category and play record, set Android, okay. This should ensure that audio is both recorded correct and AAC format and played back audibly. All right, so just for kicks and giggles, I am going to say MPX stop MPX. That's why it didn't work last time, because I had them backwards. I should write a shortcut that says when I do super R, it should start and stop it. Let's do that. Let's stop it and bring it back up. All right, waiting for that to come back.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
All right. And now let's do a quick recording and then we'll see what happens from there. All right, so I'm gonna start this over. Ooh. Oh, that's a pity. I'm gonna say I got this error when running the app again. So I guess we'll fix this error and then I will, then we'll go to break because we were let down. There was a duplicate. Cool. Well, let me try to start it. Cool. All right, cool. So app is starting. So let's go to break and then we'll try to record our next session to see how that goes. All right. So we are at break and I am going to see if there's anything new in the chat before we get to our next break time conversation. Let's see here. No, we are good. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right. So for our next break, this Gen Zer built $1 million company from his bedroom. Let's jump into it. And they always have so much negative things to say about Gen Z, but this is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. I'm going to tell you this too. I don't think that there is a problem with Gen Z, with whoever is in between Gen Z and millennials, or is there someone in between Gen Z? I always forget. Let's do it like this, right? Let's do it like this. What are the generation names and years? So we have silent generation from 1928 to 1945. We have baby boomers from 1946 to 1964. We have generation X from 1965 to 1980. Millennials from 81 to 96. Generation Z from 1997 to 2012. And we have generation Alpha from 2013 to 2024. So they always have, so it's Gen Z then millennials, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with Alpha generation, from Gen Z, from millennials, from Gen X, from boomers, from silent generation. I think the problem is people as a whole and it's the mindset. Are you going to be a complainer or are you going to be a doer? Are you going to be a winner? Are you going to be a loser or are you going to be a winner, right? And this Gen Zer apparently seems like he's a winner, but I haven't read it yet. So we're going to find out together. Is this Gen Zer an actual winner, right? Let's find out. So this Gen Zer built a software company in his bedroom that's about to make $1 million, but he's still committed to getting his college degree. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So many Gen Zers doubt the value of a degree, but Elijah Cashabo is finding it indispensable to his entrepreneurial career. And this article was brought to us by Fortune magazine through Yahoo Finance and written by Preston 4, not 3, but 4, right? Elijah Casabo starts his mornings answering emails, checking metrics, and debugging his software, a routine not all too uncommon among aspiring tech founders. But unlike many entrepreneurs, he eventually has to put his laptop down and head to his first day of class. I disagree, though. I think he takes his same laptop to class, right? That's how we do that. My laptop goes everywhere with me. All right, everywhere with me. I am always working somewhere, whether I'm in the living room, whether I'm having a quick bite of dinner, and that's when I have dinner by myself. If I'm having dinner with the family, then I will close the laptop for like 5 minutes. All right, but I'm busy. I'm building I am a pioneer, right? Always working, always building, always a visionary. Okay. At 22, Kasabo. All right. Give me. Oh, wrong one. This one. Is the K silent? Is it Hasabo? Because sometimes the K is silent, and how do you know if a K is silent or not, right? Because the word no, the K is silent. Is it Elijah Hasabo and not Kasabo? Let me know in the chat. Do you think the K is silent or not? Let me know. All right, because I hate getting people's name wrong, so let me know. I'm gonna go with Hasabo though, because I'm going to guess the K is silent. At 22, Hasabo is walking a tightrope few can manage. His user-generated content platform startup Vidovo is on track to hit over 1 million in revenue this year. Yet he is still completing his senior year at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. That is that I'm going to say shout out to him. That is absolutely awesome. At a time when many young people are questioning the value of a degree, thanks in part to growing student loan debt and bad decision making, and a less than ideal post-grad job market, Hasabo's time in the classroom might look like a distraction from scaling his business. He admits he's thought about dropping out plenty of times. In fact, he waited until 14 hours before his first class of the semester to move back on campus. Nothing hurts more when the momentum is there. People are talking about you. You're finally getting your respect. It's like the bootstrap grind is finally starting to pay off. And knowing you have to go back to school in September, nothing hurts more than that. Actually, no. You know what hurts more than that? Listening and adhering to their opinions, because they're Anton talks about this all the time. Millionaire, right? And people were saying, well, why are you going back to work? Because I want more money. Because I want more money, because I want benefits. So when you listen to all these people who are nowhere near where you're at, right? Because when you think about it, right, all the people that he's going to school with, all the Gen Zers who are freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, who they're not doing anything close to what he's doing. And they're like, why are you here? Well, there's a reason for that. But they're going to have you doubt yourself. So stop. Last week's kind of conversation, we spoke about putting away all the noise. Stop listening to other people's opinions. Everyone has an opinion, but not many people have the accolades or the work ethic for you to take them seriously. All right. Well, let me see your resume. It is not true that you can learn from it. You cannot learn because you can learn how not to do something. What about if I just find the people who actually have done it and I learn from them how to do it? Because if you need to learn how not to do something, you're going to be learning from too many people. When if you just learn how to do it, there's only a handful that. It's a lot faster that way, right? College is about networking. Hasabo's entrepreneurial journey began as a teenager when he built a Discord server for individuals to share stock market ideas. Awesome. Within 2.5 months, it had grown to over 30,000. Yes, 30,000 people. A few years later, he began experimenting in the e-commerce dropshipping world, but a breakthrough moment came when he purchased a user-generated video that went viral, amassing 15 million views. That's nice. That's when he realized there was a major untapped market, and the idea for Vidovo was born, a platform for users to create, share, and monetize short-form content. It's taking $1 million? What started as a bedroom project while in community college quickly grew into a start. And oh my God, this kid is a genius. Not because he has made, he's built a $1 million company, but the fact that he said, I'm going to keep my college costs low. I'm going to go to community college. I'm going to actually start building something and then watch it grow. So now he probably has no college debt, right? And he's using college effectively for networking. Hasabo juggled product development, customer outreach, and learning how to run a company, all while transferring to a 4-year institution, keeping up with classes and the daily rhythm of campus life. And honestly, how long is class on campus, right? About an hour, got to do a little bit of homework. He probably knows how to do all this stuff already. So it's just like on easy mode for school, and he's focused on his business. I think that the purpose of college is supposed to get you to that networking, to getting that business. Like, what are your goals for going to college? Like, if you're going to college for some like quote unquote useless major, you enter that major here, and you don't have it's not outcome driven, then you are wasting your time and your money. But he is going with a very, very specific purpose. All right. Because the more I can learn from other people, the more people I can meet, have a healthy social life, and being able to provide value to others, that makes me happy, Hasabo said. You never know where a student I met yesterday will be in 3 years. Facts. Moreover, after spending the summer in New York, he said he's realized there is a real advantage to understanding how the real world works, and then returning to school and knowing how to best balance his time. I'm telling you, smart kid. That's a smart kid. The college advantage. Some of the most accomplished businesses have roots on college campuses. The company that I work for, the founders met in college, right? Growing tech giants such as Databricks and SoundHound AI, for example, were started at Stanford University. And although Mark Zuckerberg is known for being a college dropout, he and his 4 co-founders are perhaps the best known case that building out a business on campus, in their case at Harvard, can turn into a $1.5 trillion venture. While such experiences may not be typical, and I would say they're not typical because most people they don't have that mindset. They don't have that purpose, right? They're just going about it life on a whim. They're not, okay, what can I do that's going to be successful, that's going to be profitable, that's going to build a network, that's going to build an empire? Many people go to college to hopefully find a job. A lot of people go to college, they will spend $200,000 in college to get a job making $30,000 a year. That is the honest to God truth. And then they can't even find it. And then AI is going to, what type of jobs do you think AI is going to take? Jobs that pay $100,000, $250,000 a year, or jobs that pay $30,000 a year. You figure that out, right? So while such experiences may not be typical, it's part of a growing movement. More young people are skipping the traditional corporate path to become their own bosses. One study found that 50% of Gen Zers have expressed a desire to start their own business. I think it's more like 90% of people in general want to start their own business, but 99% of people don't have the work ethic, the drive, the focus to do it, right? The dedication to do it. Because you can be motivated for a point in time, but motivation does not bring success. Motivation does not bring success, all right? Remember that. Because for Hasabo, timing was key. If Vodovo had been further along before he started college, he said he might not have felt the need to pursue a degree. Instead, he's finding a balance that allows him to honor a promise he made to his mother to get a degree. Stop making promises, especially to your mother. Grow personally and professionally, and treat college as a complement to, not a distraction from, his entrepreneurial ambitions. I agree with him 100%. Shout out to Elijah Hasabo. All right. Article was already featured on fortune.com. Let me see. Before I go to Vodovo, I want to see. I'm not going to put it on screen. Let's see what it's about first. Let me see. Is there a link to it? I thought I saw a link to it. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to. Let's take a look at it real quick, right? So this is Vodovo. User-generated content made easy. Find and hire user-generated content creators and influencers to create unique content for your brand. We make it easy to find the right creators, and this. Oh my God, this is amazing. That is awesome. What's the pricing? Oh, no wonder he's turning this into $1 million company.
Are you ready?
And I love the fact that he has that there is straight up pricing right here, right now. So for, let me see, start creating authentic user-generated campaigns that convert. Perfect for small businesses getting started with user-generated content. $4.99 a month, or yeah, $499 a month for 12% marketplace fee. You get one active campaign, unlimited creator application. And then for the pro, $8.99 a month, 7% marketplace fee, 10 active campaigns. That is a really good. He is so smart. He is so smart. For creators, introduce yourself to your next client. Sign up for free. Want to get paid for your content? Join Votovo's growing platform and connect with hundreds of brands looking for creators and influencers. Oh my, this is smart. He has a blog up there, a FAQ. Let me see FAQ. Do I have to communicate with and choose creators? Votovo is an end-to-end platform that takes all the hassle out of finding and working with creators. We select the best in-house creators for your brand based on your product and target audience. So you don't have to worry about a thing. That is what prior experience do you need to. So you don't need to have any prerequisites. Just get started. How do I get paid for my work? Payment is processed through our secure platform, and you will receive your earnings via the method you selected during registration. Payments are available to request 14 days after a campaign is completed. You must have a verified Stripe account to receive payments. How much can I earn? On our creator marketplace, you set the prices. Votovo keeps a 10 to 15% commission on all orders, and you keep the oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. So as a creator, so let's say I am creating content, user-generated content, right? Whatever I would make, they're getting a 10 to 15% fee, right? Plus on the pricing, they're charging $4.99 for the for the starter plan, but also a 12% marketplace fee. So $4.99 plus the 12% plus the 10 to 15%. Shout out to Elijah. You know, I'm gonna put some respect on his name, right? Shout out to Mr. Elijah Hasabo. You are doing the damn thing. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. I commend you. Get your money. Get your money. All right. Let me check the chat to see if we have anything happening in there, and then we'll get back to work. Let's see. Drew says, I don't even know who is who with the generations. I honestly don't even care. Junior, we know that you are one of a kind. All right. But basically, people, they live for influencers. So when you see people promoting like, proteins and all that type of stuff, they're going to go with their favorite creator. And it's been a big, what do you call it? It's been a big thing on Instagram for a long time. I remember like 10 years ago, I saw people promoting like proteins and stuff like fitness stuff, promoting proteins and all that type of stuff. So it's a big thing. It's a big thing. All right. Let's go ahead and jump back to it says it might be silent. All right, let's go into one last segment of work, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
It's time to do.
All right, so we are at over here, and let me make sure that I'm still signed in. Authentication. I still have it. Hopefully I remember the password. So let's say we had test1 at test.com. And what was the password? Test maybe? No. Let me see. Test 1, 2, 3. I always forget the password. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll have to create another username and password. I can never remember it. Let's go with over here. And we will do add a user test2 at test.com. And the password is just going to be TEST, just test, all right? And okay. And we are going to go back to over here. To TEST login. All right. Now we are going to say testing a quick recording to make sure that it is able to play back. It's longer than half a second. Stopping it now. All right. Don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. Did I? Hold on. Yeah, I don't hear anything. But that's okay. Let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and try to, let's do analyze. And it is uploading to S3. I'm going to go into my S3. Let's go to S3. Let's see. It's even smaller. Oh, wait. No, I'm wrong. I am wrong because the okay. So it actually did. I think it did record, right? Because this is 43.4 kilobytes and this is 14.5 kilobytes. So if we go to transcribe now, and it still failed. Oh, unsupported format. Okay, so now it's unsupported. So what is the right format? All right, so unsupported audio format. So let's do what audio format does Amazon Transcribe support? Because you were saying that it was less than half a second. It does WAV, MP3, MP4. Okay. Okay, so I am going to do copy that. And we're gonna go here. So now we can say the right file size seems to be loading now, although I still can't hear it in the app playback. However, Amazon Transcribe is saying it doesn't support AAC files. Here are a list of supported file types. All right, let's see what that does. All right, it says I should switch the recording format to M4A, AAC in MP4 container, or WAV. MP4 is generally better for size and quality. For size quality balance, I think MP4A would be better. Flutter Sound supports AAC M4 MP4, which produces M4A files. Also, the user still can't hear the playback in the app. I might need to revisit the audio session configuration or player initialization. But first, let's fix the format issue, which is blocking the transcription. I will change the codec to codec.aac mp4 and extension to OK. I also need to update the transcription service start to handle the new extension if it hard codes AAC. Okay, let's see. I have updated the app to use M4A format. Updated recording. Okay. All right, so let's try it again. Let me stop and start Supabase again. And let me stop this. Wait for Supabase to start. Okay. And I can start this in the meantime. All right. Let's go to, sorry, let's do another one. Testing to make sure that this is the right audio format that Amazon Transcribe is able to actually do the analysis and give us some good information on it. All right, analyze. All right, there goes M4A file that's being uploaded. And, ooh, what is this? So we have failed to start transcription job. Oh, what is that? All right, so let's go check the transcribe side of things to see what's happening. Let's go over here and we are going to do transcription jobs. Oh wait, it's incomplete. Okay, so there's something in the response that's happening. Let's take a look at when you use your own S3 bucket, does not show you the output in the console you open. Okay, so we need to take a look at, okay, so this is where the output. And what do we have in here? So we have transcription.json. So if it's expected token is not a valid JSON. All right, so let's take a look at, let's download this file. So we have it downloaded, and now let's open it up in a, can open it up in here. Let's go to file, open. Let's go over to here and we do file, open, downloads, transcription, results. There's nothing in there though. All right, so we're gonna say now, I got from Amazon Transcribe, so another question is it even recording? Maybe that we're not getting anything because it's not actually recording any audio. That might be something too. I think I'm suspecting, because being that Amazon Transcribe got an empty transcription, I'm thinking that it's not recording anything. We can find out as well. So let's go. I got this JSON, or I got this error, or from in the logs, I got this error in the, this is the transcribe JSON. And then I am going to go over here and we're going to download. We are going to download the input that we had, which would be this M4A file. And we're going to say download, and we're going to take that file and put it into VLC player. Let me get rid of this one. And we're going to drop the new file into here. 11 seconds, which is accurate, but there's no audio. There is no audio. Now we know. From downloading the actual M4A file, I noticed that there is no audio in the recording. So the app is not actually capturing / recording the audio. We have figured out the culprit. Let's see. No audio recording is all right. So no audio recording. There's no audio recording. So the app is at. This is the root cause. If the file is empty or silent, the transcribe returns an empty transcript or fails if it's too short. Why it's silent? I configured audio session. I'm using Flutter Sound. Maybe the emulator microphone isn't working or permissions are not actually granted, though code checks it, or the codec format combination is invalid for the device. Maybe the audio session is preventing. Maybe the audio session configuration Android audio usage. I previously changed from voice communications and media to fixed playback. However, if the user couldn't hear the playback before I changed it, and now they say there is no audio, it implies that it was never recording properly or playback is still broken. I think it was never. I downloaded the actual MP4A file. I noticed that there is no audio. This confirms the recording itself is silent. All right. Fix recording, revert Android audio usage to voice communications or speech. No, voice communications for voice over IP. Speech isn't an option for usage. Maybe Android audio source needs to be set. Flutter Sound defaults to audio source microphone. I should check if Flutter Sound needs audio source parameter in Start Recorder. I would try setting audio source. Also, I should check if the emulator has microphone enabled. I can't check the user's emulator settings, but I ensure code is correct. Android manifest has record audio. So let's check the emulator then. Let's go to settings, microphone. Virtual microphone uses host. Let's say that. Let's go with that, I guess. Let's go with that. Let's see, record and playback. That's not what we want. Boom. I guess we can do that. Let's try that. All right. Let's close that out. Okay. Add, use permissions. Okay. Okay, all right. I have addressed the report. Silent recording, add the missing record audio permissions, unsupported format, switch the recording format to M4A, updated speech to text edge function to use Amazon SDK. All right, so let's go ahead and restart our Supabase. Stop the app. And let's start this one. All right, let's do another one. Testing to make sure that we are actually recording audio now, because we cannot have empty audio because that would defeat the whole purpose of the app. All right, stop. Hold on. Let me. It actually recorded. I'm gonna enable the microphone so you can hear. It'll sound kind of low, but it actually works. Let's go ahead and do this. Testing to make sure that we are actually recording audio now, because we cannot have empty audio because that would defeat the whole purpose. It sounds really, really low, but I don't know necessarily why or which microphone that it's trying to use. I wish I could set this current microphone over here for it to use, but you know, at least we know that it's actually record. I don't know where I would set that. Settings, maybe. I have no idea where I would set which microphone to use, but it works. It works, so that's good. So now we can actually do our analyze button, and if this works, it will be a major win to end and start off. I don't know, because I see Sunday as the end and the start, like the beginning and the end of the end of the last week, the beginning of the next week. But then again, all of my weeks just string together, right? They just string together. Let's go. So that actually worked, but we have another error that we have to figure out. Let's go to over here. And transcription jobs, this one passed. We click on that. We go to the output bucket. And we have this one. Let's download that. And we are gonna go to okay, so we're gonna go to here and we're gonna open that file. We're gonna say downloads. Let's see. Oh, look at that. I wish I could, let me see if I can format this better. So I'm gonna go to let's go over here. JSON formatter. And we're going to say process. Look at this. Oh my God, look at this here. Transcript testing to make sure we're actually recording audio now, because we cannot have empty audio. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So that is absolutely amazing. So now so it's saying pronunciation. Let's see. I don't know what all that stuff means, but let's go over to here and let's say that the audio is actually recording now. Playback works and transcribe is working as expected, I think. We are getting this error in the logs, in the console.
Lunch break.
In the console. And reading this error in the console. And after the analysis is complete, there is no indication of what should happen next. Let's send that off. You know what? What's happened? It's 5. It's 5:30. We're gonna go to break, and I'm gonna do one more segment. Yes, because I'm having so much fun with this, and I think we can, if we do one more 20-minute segment, we can push it through to get a little bit further, right? Because I don't want to leave it here and then go down another rabbit hole like I did for the OBS plugin that's working absolutely phenomenal. So I'm gonna go to break. I have one more topic that I wanted to go over, and then we will come back for one last segment, because I think we can push this to a almost working state, and then we can start thinking about MVP and more features to add on to that. Right. So I'm gonna check the chat, and then we shall get to work. My guy Rod Brown says low and static. Yes. Junior says what's low and static? It says the recording I was playing. Yeah. So I don't know what microphone the emulator used to record the audio. I definitely don't think it was this microphone. It might be the computer microphone. I really don't know, because it was really low, really static. I don't even know. I really don't know. But the key part, though, the most important part, is that it was able to actually record it and send it to Amazon to transcribe it. So basically, the app has the function built in Supabase. It uploads the audio to Amazon S3. Amazon Transcribe takes the audio file, and then it parses it out and then puts it in the output location. So really good stuff, really good stuff, right? Let me see. All right, so let's jump into this last article that I had, which is a medical student. They said driving for Uber and Lyft is not as profitable as they had expected. Let's go and jump into why this medical student feels this way about driving for Uber and Lyft. All right. Let me see. Oh, what just happened here? Let's go back. So let's go to here. Zoom in some more on this. I don't know why it's like that. Why does it look like that? Am I missing something? I don't know. Something is weird here. Give me a second. I mean, can I fix this? Let me see. That didn't work. That didn't work. Oh, wait, there we go. Let's take that. Take that off. That didn't work. Why are you so thin? Whatever. I tried. All right. So this article brought to us from Yahoo Life brought to us by Business Insider through Yahoo Life. I drive for Uber and Lyft as a medical student. It's not the profitable side hustle I expected it to be. This article is written by Alex Bitter, right? It says Uber, Lyft, and other apps market themselves as ideal side hustles. Well, it's in the name of side hustle, right? One driver said the work hasn't fit well with her schedule as a medical student. Bruh. It goes to what I was saying earlier, right? We want everything to fit perfectly into our lives. Like the world revolves around each and every one of us. How many worlds do you think exist that everything that we do, it has to revolve around each and every one of us, right? So as a medical student, Uber and Lyft doesn't work perfectly for you. Well, so I am so sorry to hear that, all right? Aww. The driver has looked at other gigs such as substitute teaching to make money. The last thing I would ever do. The last thing I would ever do is substitute teach. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. It says this as told to essay is based on a conversation with Porsche. Is it Porsche Watkins, a 37-year-old ride-hail driver for Uber and Lyft in Atlanta? Business Insider verified her work and expenses. The interview has been edited for length and clarity. All right, so I started medical school in January of 2020. Then life happened. My grandmother passed away. She raised me. So after that, I had to navigate life and a life a little bit differently. I became the sole caretaker for my Vietnam War veteran grandfather and my intellectually disabled adult brother. Ooh, that is rough. That is rough. I am sorry to hear that. In the fall of last year, I had the wonderful idea to use rideshare to supplement my income while studying and caring for my family. However, it has not been what I have planned. One thing that I do my best to do is not to go into anything with some preconceived expectations, some preconceived notions, none of that, right? I'm like, all right, do I want to do this thing? Let me not try to dictate what my expectations are of the way that this is supposed to go, right? The story I have heard from others who drove rideshare was that they had, the story I had heard from others who drove rideshare was that they did it full time and were able to make thousands of dollars a week. I mean, I have never driven rideshare. I suppose it's possible. And also, if you're taking it as a quote unquote side hustle versus full-time rideshare driver, because there are some people, they will drive, they will get a really, like, they'll lease a nice car. It'll be a high-end car and they'll make themselves available at any and every time. My dad had to take some flights. Like every time so whenever he has to take a flight, he has to go to an airport that's pretty far, and the only flight that's available is early in the morning. So he takes an Uber to that airport, and it's like at 3:30 in the morning, and there is always an Uber driver available to take him about a 55 minute drive, right? So some people they take it really, really seriously. But the most profitable times to work don't always fall within the hours I'm able to spend outside and work. So again, so far, I'm not sure where this article is going other than having life revolve around me, right? Sometimes I have to study when lots of people are requesting rides, such as at night. Initially, when I started driving rideshare, I rented a vehicle through Lyft. Oh, I didn't know Lyft would rent you a vehicle to drive for them. Oh, I didn't know that. It was very expensive. I was paying about $300 a week. What? $300 a week? Good Lord. And that doesn't include a deposit, taxes, fees, or insurance. Jeez. So I was paying over $1,000 a month for a car that I didn't own. So just buy your own car, right? When some rides pay as little as $2 or $3, it didn't make financial sense. Earlier this year, I ended up buying my own car. Now, the question that I have is, if you rent that car from Lyft for $300 a week, $1,000 a month, which is asinine. I mean, just with all due respect, what the hell are you thinking? $1,000 a month to rent a car from Lyft, where you can buy, like, if you put a good deposit down, you can get a decent car, maybe a Hyundai maybe for like $300-$400 a month. I don't know, and lease it maybe. Anyways, when some rides paid as little as $2 to $3, it didn't make financial sense. Earlier this year, I ended up buying my own car, and I can't question it. Some weeks I ended up driving for 55 hours to make enough money to cover my expenses. So far, I've completed about 1,400 trips on Uber and 500 on Lyft. I'm taking a break from school, although I plan to re-enroll and complete my final year in January. As a future doctor, I see certain behaviors among other drivers that concern me. Like me, a lot of other ride-hailing drivers whom I talk to while working or getting rides myself say they sacrifice downtime and sleep to drive. That's called doing life. Like, no, okay. And this person is 37 years old. I was saying earlier, it doesn't matter if you are Gen Alpha, Gen Z, Millennial, Gen X, Baby Boomer, the silent generation. It doesn't matter, because one thing is for sure, people will complain about anything, because the world is supposed to fit perfectly into your life, as opposed to you seeing the world for what it is and adjusting. And maybe Uber and Lyft was never for you. Maybe if you were to do a little bit of investigation and research, the top paying rides happen between like rush hour, especially in Atlanta, like where I hear the traffic is crazy, people don't want to drive. All right. Like me, a lot of other ride-hailing drivers whom I talk to while working or getting rides myself say they sacrifice downtime and sleep to drive. I sacrificed downtime and sleep when I was doing bail bonds. I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, half asleep, to drive 45 minutes to jail to get somebody out for $50. And guess what? It was what it was. I did what I had to do to survive. I didn't complain about it. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Although at the jail, they'd be kind of the Broward County jail, they were awesome. Quick, easy, in and out. The Miami jail, oh my God, they were an absolute nightmare to deal with. But that was like a little under 20 years ago. I used to do that, right? Time flies like crazy. I can't believe that, right? Because that can make them more anxious, especially late at night, which puts everyone on the road at risk. Look, either you're about this life or you're not about this life. Simple as that. This person is a 37-year-old medical student who was paying $1,000 a month to rent a car from Lyft. You could probably get a car, get a small car from Enterprise or Hertz for cheaper than that. Not with the insurance, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right. I don't know. Whatever. With all due respect, if a future doctor is making these type of decisions, I would be terrified to get health advice from them. I'm sorry. I don't know. Anyways, let me know your thought. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Number one, would you rent a car from Lyft? Would you pay $1,000 to rent a car from Lyft when you can probably you can lease it or even buy it for a lot less? I really wonder. Hold up. Hey, let me see something real quick. Let's go to rent car from Lyft. Lyft Express Drive. Drive and earn by renting a car through Lyft's Express Drive. This sounds ridiculous. Just read. Oh my God. So I need a car. Let me see. So make it happen. Your make it happen rental car. Ready to earn. So I have a car or I need a car. So that means I'll be giving my car to Lyft for people to drive it. Let me see. Flexible pricing plans. No longer get a car on your own term. Earn. And that means this person never had a car before. Why would I sign up? Why would I sign up to be a Lyft driver if I never had a car in the first place? Oh, I can't. Like, I understand. This is how they get you though. They give you the sad story. Oh my heart breaks that their grandmother died. They have to take care of their Vietnam vet grandfather, and their brother is mentally incapacitated. But that doesn't mean that we have to make bad decisions with our lives. Like, oh, that type of stuff just drives me crazy. Like, just because there are certain things that don't work out well, you don't have to make bad decisions, right? Anyways, oh, I wonder if I could see. I don't know if I could see it. Where? Let me see. Frequently asked questions. How long can I keep my rental? There's no long-term commitment. You keep your rental for as long as you'd like, and you can return anytime after your first 7 days. How do I earn money with Express Drive? Is repair and maintenance covered? Is included in extra? So, I mean, that's kind of good, I guess. Let me see. Is there a deposit required? How do I earn money? You'll already be approved to drive with Lyft by the time you receive your Express Drive rental. Who are Express Drive? Express Drive has 2 currently. So they use Hertz. You could have went straight to Hertz. You could have went straight to Hertz. Oh my God. Let me see where it's available. Florida. Miami. No, I don't know. Let me see. Lyft Express Drive cost. Cost for Lyft Express Drive program starts between $189 to $219 per week, depending on the city. Imagine that. Anyways, let's leave it at that. Let's leave it as. Let me check the chat and then we'll get back to work. Let me go over here. And Junior said, all right, hold on. I missed him. All right, so let's see. I guess they wanted to make 6 figures driving Uber on the side. I think Uber rents vehicles also for people to drive. So my question is, if you rent a Lyft car, are you only able to drive it for Lyft, or can you drive it for either or, right? Because that's how much you'd be trapped. Like, I'd rather just rent my own car and drive it that way. But then again, can you put a rental car? I don't know. Junior's he's like did you say bail bondsman? I did. Yes, I was a bail bondsman. Driving. Sounds like a whole lot of excuses and no taking accountability in that article. Right? I mean, I feel bad about the whole grandmother and stuff like that, but come on. Says my cousin rents a Tesla to drive for Uber. Who does he rent it from? Does he rent it from Uber directly, or did he? I don't know where. Let me know, Junior. Like, where is he renting the Tesla from? Because and if you know, how much does it cost to rent an Uber or to rent a Tesla from Uber and stuff like that? Let me know. Anyways, NT ways. Let's do one last segment, then we're gonna get up and out of here. It is overtime right now. Let's do it. All right.
Let's go!
So after we put in the error, it says typecast error removed, the incorrect JSON decode and typecast. The response data is already a map, so casting it to a string caused the error. UI feedback, adding a loading indicator to the analyze button in the record Dart to show when analysis is in progress. Navigation ensured the app navigates to the analysis report upon successful transcription. The app should now fully work, recording audio, playing it back, analyzing it via Amazon Transcribe, and displaying the results. All right, cool. So I am going to stop Supabase and start it back up. And we're going to stop the app. The only reason I stop and start Supabase is just in case the what do you call it? The edge function gets updated. So that is why I do that. So let's start the app. Let's go here. I really wish I could specify the recording source. I don't know where I would do that though. I don't know where the microphone would be specified. Because I see the microphone here, which I have it enabled. But go here, record screen, take a screenshot, volume up, volume down. All right, anyways, let's do start. Testing the recording to see if it is going to successfully go through Amazon Transcribe and take us to the landing page that lets us know the details of our analysis. This would be really, really monumental if this works. All right. Let me play just for kicks and giggles. Testing. That works. Sounds low. We'll figure that out later. Analyze. Oh, look at that. We got our loading button going. I love a good loading button. Let's go. All right. So it's doing its thing. And in the meantime, I will look at Amazon Transcribe. Oh, it's done. It's done. Now, I don't think it's accurate though, because we are still seeing the placeholder. And oh, we see. Oh, look at that! Can you believe it? We have the receive transcript testing the recording to see if it's going through. Nice indeed. All right, cool. So now we have to say the analysis report is still using the placeholder. We should do code on. We should start moving. Oh no, it's still using the placeholder information. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not. But I think the filler words and pause are still. All right. The analysis is so the analysis report seems to be partially working. The filler words, pace, and pauses seem like they are still placeholders. The filler word breakdown still has a bar chart placeholder. And the AI coach seems to be placeholder text. Can you, the interactive transcript is working. The interactive transcript is working. Can you check that for me? And then after, so we have a little bit of time. So this is, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. And this is gonna sound so bad. This is oh my God, Junior, Rod Brown. Do not shame me for this, but instead pray for me for this, right? The reason that I love to do this work is because after I read an article like people complaining and saying, oh my God, life isn't fair because life doesn't revolve around me, then I come back and I do some work and I see myself being successful and victorious. And it reminds me that I have to keep going and I cannot focus on what other people are doing. Right? pray for me. All right. Cause I'm a terrible person, but I'm terribly winning though. I am terribly winning though. All right, let's see what's happening. Let's see. I have completed the. All right, so it did check. Or we did that. Ensure audio session is configured for playback. Investigate analysis report for placeholder data. Implement real analysis logic and analysis service. I have completed the task. All right, so analysis report updated. Replace placeholder data with real metrics calculated from transcript. It uses analysis service to compute clarity scores, the word per minute. Nice. AI coach implemented dynamic feedback in the AI coach section based on the calculated metrics. Advising, slowing down words per minute is high. Analysis service fixed the structure of analysis service to ensure All methods are correctly encapsulated. All right. Sweet. The app is also now fully functional. It records audio, plays it back, transcribe. All right. So I'm gonna ask for one more thing. Right. I'm gonna ask for one more thing before we do another test. If I go back, see here. All right. So on the welcome page, on the landing page after logging in, it shows placeholder data there too. Can we have it use real data where it loads the actual recent sessions with the ability to delete prior sessions? If I click on a session that had a successful analysis, I should be able to see that report. Can we put actual data in the graph placeholder as well? All right, so this is gonna be my last. Let's get this to work because that's the only thing that's left, right? So we get that to work, and then we can see a full end-to-end workflow. And I think at that point, I mean, at this point, right, would you consider the application to be usable if it can break down the analysis of your speech, give you some advice? You can see your past sessions. You can go back and listen to how you were back then to how you are now. I think that would be amazing. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So let's get that one done. All right, so what are we doing? All right, so we are currently takes transcript string. If I want to show the report from the dashboard later, analysis report page should probably take a recording object. Okay. So refactoring plan, recording page, get transcript, calculate metrics using analysis service, save to Subabase recordings table. Okay, analysis report, dashboard page, fetch a list of recordings, pass selected recordings to analysis report. Let's see here. I should verify FL chart usage is correct. I use line chart with spots. I reverse the list for chart showing a chronological order, oldest to newest, if recording is sorted by. Okay. This logic is slightly flawed. All right. I'm telling you, if I did not have like segments for these working sessions, and I would just like, let me just work all, I would not get anything other than getting to like building these apps. I'd be streaming all day building these applications, but I have other things I have to do. So I have to put a limit on myself, because if I don't, I will end up streaming like I spent my time getting the OBS plugin to work. I was up till like 3 a.m. on Thursday night, up to like 4 a.m. on Friday night. Last night I didn't do any work. After I built the cabinets, I came home, ate, and I'm like, I'm not going to get the laptop. I'm done. But today I woke up and all right, let's get this thing to work. Let's get this thing to work. All right, so let's take a look. So I have implemented the requested features for the dashboard and analysis report. Real data on dashboard, session persistence, updated recording page to save analysis results, metrics, transcripts, etc. To the recordings table in Supabase, delete functionality, added the ability to delete sessions directly from the dashboard list. Real data graph, replace the placeholder graph with a functional line chart and visualize the trend of the clarity score over time. Analysis report integration. On the session. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and stop Supabase. And here's the other thing when it comes to this, right? Oh my God. I believe that Apple takes 30%. No, is it? Let's look it up. I want to say 30%, but I could be wrong. Apple App Store percentage cut. Apple App Store percentage rates are 30%. 30% for most digital goods and services, but there are reduced rates, including 15% for first year of subscription for developers who qualify for small business program. 30%. That means if I was to make this app $10, Apple would get $3 and I'd get $7. In the grand scheme of things, that might not be too bad, because honestly, they give you the platform to market your app, and if it doesn't sell, you don't pay anything. I'll revisit that. I will revisit that. All right, let's get over to here. It's the same with people complain about YouTube getting their with the 70-30 revenue split. But if you didn't have the ability to put your video on YouTube, then you'd be getting absolutely nothing. Right? No one even know you. You know, this is like Cheers. Everybody knows your name here. Thanks to YouTube, thanks to Apple, things like that. All right, let's go ahead and what's going on here? Target URI does not exist. All right, so let's do in the dashboard page let me run it to get the error, right? So let's do run. Let's get our error. Oh, it went through. Oh, wait, is it going through? Thought it was gonna go through. Oh, maybe because I have to do the dependencies. All right, so let's do that. Wait for the app to start. And there are no recent sessions. So let's do it. Let's do one then. So we're going to do start a new session, testing the recording to make sure that we're able to gather data. We're going to analyze our filler words. We're going to analyze if we're saying and, a lot, hopefully not, to see if this is going to be a viable, useful product for the marketplace. All right. So let's go ahead and stop recording, and we're going to click on analyze. We have our loader. I love my loader. And wait for it. Taking its precious time. Okay. Okay. Let me go check on the transcribe side of things. Let's see why it's taking so long. It didn't take that long last time. Let's go to here. We got 2 in progress with the same name. That can't be right. Looking over here. Okay, it's done now. Okay, there we go. All right, no, ooh. Could not find the, ooh. So we got the transcript, but we got an error. Could not find crutch words column of recordings in the schema. Oh, okay, cool. So we got this is like look like a Supabase error now. So let's go over to here. And let's say that the transcription worked, but we got this error in the logs. Card. See if we can fix that. I cannot modify data schema. I cannot modify the database schema directly from here unless I have SQL access via tool. But I only have, all right, so what do you want me to do? I can do it myself. However, I can check the Docker volumes.sql to see if the defined schema, if I can't find the column, I might need to store these extra fields in a JSON B column if one exists. Let's see. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get it that way. The file is empty. Okay. Let's see. We are so close. My goodness. Remove crutch words and pause from. Yeah, we don't want that. We want it to work. I have resolved the database error by temporary exclude. Oh, I don't want that. Are those columns appearing as those? Okay. Filler words, paste, immediate feedback. All right. To fully persist the detailed breakdown, a database migration would need to add crutch words. Okay, so are you able to give me the database migration script? Like how is it able to create it in the first place? I would like the crutch words and pauses to work. I just want to get everything working right now instead of having to continue to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. Create the migration file for new columns, revert recording page. All right, so it's going to revert it, and we're going to get the migration script. Right, so please run the SQL command in add analysis in your Supabase SQL editor and to add crutch words. All right, so we're going to go over to here, and I am going to SQL editor and click run query. Where is the? I don't see where I can type. Click run to execute. Where is my querier? Let me see. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna go and grab the query.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
What? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh. Is it time already? All right, that was a fast 20 minutes, right? That was a fast 20 minutes. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Let's go ahead and finish this out. So let's put this in here, and we are going to say run. Okay, and we're gonna go to. We're gonna try this out, right? We're going to stop and start. And we're going to stop this one. Like this, honestly, this is my favorite app to work on. The YouTube plugin, it's fun, but it's more because of a need that I had through Rod Brown, who sent me a message at 11:52 p.m. and had me up to like 4 o'clock in the morning working on it. But then I'm like, oh, but I can make this better. And as Junior, I showed it to him what I did yesterday, and how much easier it is than the initial plugin. So it's gonna be pretty awesome, right? All right. Let's go ahead and run that again. And it is the moment of truth right now, okay? Moment of truth, all right? So we're going to go to start new session. We are doing our final recording for the live stream today to make sure that this is actually recording and that our filler words show, our crutch words show, to make sure that our recent sessions are actually loaded to see if this app is actually viable. I'm looking to get to MVP really, really soon, hopefully sometime mid-end of December. All right, let's stop it. Let's analyze it. What was that I just saw? Emitter talk back overlay. I don't know what that is. Analyzing. I don't know what that is. Something came up. Missing desk. Oh, what is that? Maybe that's something else. Hold on. I don't know what that is. Access token expired. What? What? What are you talking about? What access token? No. Let me try again. You cannot do this to me. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, so we need to do some type of No. What does that mean? You were supposed to work. Access token expired and refreshing failed. Let's go with this. I'm getting this error when uploading or when analyzing the recording. Let's do that. Let's see why. Author assumes the user session is corrupted or the Supabase instance is having issues with the auth schema. The specific missing destination name often happens when Supabase go through. Oh. Let me see. Says, all right, auth error, retriable fetch. To fix, you need to reset your local Supabase instance to ensure the schema is up to date. Run in your Docker directory or since a reset will wipe your destination, since a reset will wipe your data, I have created a comprehensive Before I do that, if I have to wipe it, then I'm just gonna stop it for today. We'll just stop it there and pick it up next week. But let's see if this is really the case. Because I could always log out and log back in, I suppose, right? Let's see. Let's run that again. Because I want to say I saw the analysis happen though. Okay. The auth worked. Testing this recording to see if it's actually going to get through Amazon Transcribe or if we're going to get that same error again. Yeah, I think we are. Because I can see it right there. That is so weird. I don't know. Let's see. Uploading. Is it getting to transcribe? I don't think it's even getting in the transcribe. Missing destination name. All right, well, that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote, folks. We will pick up on this next Sunday and we will figure out what's causing this particular error. They gave us some insight. We'll do it. We'll fix it. I think we're right at the brink of getting that full end-to-end workflow where we should be able to see all the details happening, and then from there, my thought is MVP, register it on Apple, on Google, and start pushing it to the App Store. See what we can get our testing in place. But a lot of progress, right? But that is it for today. I am going to get up and out of here. Thank you guys for spending over 3 hours with me today. Yep, over 3 hours. We went into overtime, but it was all worth it. I am super, super excited at the progress of this app. Seeing that we got Transcribe to work, seeing that we got upload to S3, got the UI a lot further. We're getting our reports. We're getting we're getting the transcribe to be shown what the transcript was. So many good things that we're going to be building out in the future, but this is what we do. We spend the time, we put in the work, right? Remember tomorrow we have kind of conversations. I'm going to be talking about common sense, and I started off with a crazy question, a highly common sense but debatable question. Tune in tomorrow, noon Eastern time. We're going to talk about it. Is common sense common, and should it be common? Should it be common? Do me a favor on your way out. If you haven't done so already, like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Check out tickleshop.dev, resumeflow.app. Check out the coaching portal. So many good things that are happening. We are making it happen. We are winning. All right. But until then, you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Techo Trough. We are out.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah. Finally hit that checkpoint. They said it couldn't be done, but they ain't on this road. Windows down. Bass all the way up. Just ride. All this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's that next phase, feeling yeah the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror. Yeah. They don't know the hours that I had to put in. All the door they shut that I had to kick in. All the nights I missed, all the sleep I lost. They just see the shine, they don't know the cost. Remember nights I was praying for a breakthrough, staring at the ceiling, wondering what I'm gon' do. Man, the burnout's real, that'll push right through it. Had a vision in my head, I just had to stick to it. All the talk was cheap, man, that noise was loud. Had to block them out, separate from the crowd. They was throwing dirt, trying to cloud the name. While I was in the lab, building out the frame. Every line of code, every hour on the stream was a brick I laid for the whole damn dream. This ain't happened overnight, this was slow cooked. Every L I took was a lesson in the textbook. Now I'm on the highway, cruise set at 80. Feeling like the man, yeah, I'm feeling like maybe I was built for this, maybe it's my time. This milestone's a checkpoint, not the finish line. The bass from the 808 shaking no whip. Took a deep breath, man, I'm enjoying the trip. This is just a preview of the movie, not the end. Time to hit the gas and do it all again. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass. Now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind. All that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's that next phase feeling, yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rearview mirror. So I'm rolling solo, just me and my thoughts. Plotting on the next move, connecting the dots. This milestone is sweet, yeah, I'ma let it soak in. But the blueprint for the And this one is already spoken into existence, man, the vision's panoramic. They was sleeping on a kid, now they in a panic. Trying to jump on board, trying to ride the wave. The same ones who doubted, the same ones who caved. I just tip the hat, I don't hold a grudge. From where I'm sitting, man, I'm way too far above all the petty drama, all that he said, she said. I'm just focused on the profit, focused on the bread. Optimistic for the future, cause I built the past. Got the foundation solid, know this thing will last. This that tech coach vision, this that pioneer flow. Planted all the seeds, now I'm about to watch it grow to a whole new level, to a different height. I ain't even worried, man, the future's looking bright. It's that round midnight vibe, feeling so alive. Some folks just survive, man, I'm learning how to thrive. So I let the beat rock, fast and heavy bass, while my mind is slow, steady, winning the race. Got the plan laid out for the next 5 years. Cheers to the hustle, man, and cheers to the tear. Oh, this that open road, cruise control, milestone pass, now we aiming for the next goal. Let the bass ride, leave the hate behind, all that negativity, I just pay it no mind. It's the next phase, feeling, yeah, the vision's clear. All the doubt they had is fading in the rear view mirror.
And I won't let them break me, no matter what they send my way. This highway's open, and I'm focused, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Yeah, just like that. Let the beat ride. That negativity can't even catch up, man. We on a different frequency. Phase 1, complete. Phase 2, loading.